I would say the only thing that college taught me is, because it taught me nothing about design, decor and design. But what it did teach me is how to stick to a goal, how to set a goal, stick to it, and accomplish it, right? And I think that's mostly what school taught me. But for decor and design, most of it is self-taught, or I go out and mentorship, finding a mentor that does the same thing that you aspire to do. And self-education, like, I don't know how many YouTube videos I've learned different things. I don't know how many blogs I've gone to. It's so much information, publications. I don't even want to know how many books I've purchased on decor and design, but the only difference between us and anybody who hasn't started is just the willpower to want to go out and get the information. It's out there for you. You don't have to pay thousands of dollars to obtain it. If I had someone at 18 years old come to me and tell me what I'm telling you guys, I would have never gone to college. I would have just started my entrepreneurial journey right there and probably been much further than I am now. So yeah, so we teach our kids, it's okay if you don't want to go to college. We're okay with that. If you want to start a business, come on, what's your idea? We're going to pour into it and try to make you as successful as we can, but we're here to set legacies for our children, and it looks totally different than it did when we were coming up.
So I'm going to ask this question. It's just a little bit deeper than what the question I literally just asked, because I know people probably want to know. Like, I want to go to the corporate plantation. I'm just getting started. Hell, some entrepreneurs need to know this answer too, right? Mm-hmm. Where do I go to get the education that I need to start a business? And I know that that's super important, because one of the things that I talk about when I'm talking to people, specifically Black entrepreneurs, is a lot of times we're first-generation entrepreneurs. So we're the first person to start a business. We're the first person to have these conversations. And my personal opinion is one of the reasons why we have these stereotypical views of our business is because we're the first person to do it. Like, I'm just starting a business. I'm still learning, right? And then we walk into this business and we're like, they don't know what they're doing. Well, no, they don't, right? It's the first time they're just getting started. And so that's literally why I coach and teach. I don't want us to have those experiences. All of our businesses should operate at a high level. But when you are just getting started, it is a little bit difficult. So what type of education and or websites and or coaches, what did you guys turn to kind of ease that process into entrepreneurship?
I could start with this one. All paths for me began at mentorship. Okay. So I had to, it's what they told me when I worked a corporate job. They said, when you get on this job, find somebody that's where you want to be and get close to them, follow their footsteps. So I did that, and it led me to this empty office, because by the time I had identified this guy that I wanted to be, he was like, look, I'm out. So I applied those same principles as an entrepreneur. I said, well, let me go and find somebody that's done something that I can do. Now, mentorship and coaching can be expensive. I never want to shortchange anybody, so maybe you can't find somebody that's 10 steps ahead of you because of the cost, but you can find somebody that's 2 steps ahead of you. And then with that 2-step education, you could build something to save up. My growth in business came from 1 year I made $13,000 from selling a $200 course online.